onion that is required. Now you can see this is one full, maybe let's say a big size onion that I'm going to use, one, alright, and this is the smaller one than that, right? So for approximately 500 grams of chicken, this much onion is more than enough for me. I've already cut it into half and keep it aside here. Okay, now I'm going to show you the exact way to chop the onion. Now I have a chef knife or something like that. I'll show you. Just give a second. Yep, I have this bad boy here. This is a chef knife. It's not that sharp, so hence I will not be using this one. I'll keep it aside at the moment. I'll use it to cut the chicken in pieces. So I'll keep it here. What I'm going to use is more traditional thing in Indian kitchen. This is called churi. Yep. Very sharp thing. Okay, very flexible, very sharp. I've already sharpened it using a typical Indian method. This is, you can see, this is a saucer, right? Now, this is how you sharpen your churi or Indian traditional knife at home. There is no need to go out. Just keep, you'll have to set it on angle, okay? So you cannot set it flat. Okay, can you see this? You cannot set it flat. Just have to keep it on angle like this, right? And just keep, I hope you can see that. So this is the angle I'm talking about. And keep wrapping it against the saucer and from the both sides. Okay, so this is how you can sharp your Indian thing. Don't forget to clean it off, because you know, if there are residues, there is some sort of grease or any contaminates or all there on the edges, it will be clean. So just wipe it with the help of cloth. We are ready to chop our onion. So I have already cut it this. Just put it like this. First cut this portion apart, then roots. Okay, now roots are gone, upper portion is gone. Put it like this, cut it into half. All right, peel it off. Okay, so this is how I'm going to peel it off. All right. Okay, now sometimes you might see that there is some sort of fungus over there on the onion, which is usually over there. So no problem with that. We can just go ahead and wash it in tap water, under tap water. So alright, this one is clean, and this one is clean also. You can see this one is clean and this one is clean also. So right, now the main part that comes, chopping onion. Okay, so we will start, we'll put the onion like this. Okay, and just hold it with, I would say 3 fingers or 2 fingers. If you have chunky large fingers, just hold it with 2 fingers. If you have small fingers like me, you can hold it like this, and your thumb will be here, okay, on this part. And as you start cutting it, okay, you'll be actually pushing it using your thumb forward. Okay, just keep pushing it using your thumb forward, and just keep sliding your fingers, this upper 2 or upper 3 fingers, backwards. So this like this, and it will be going ahead like this. Okay, so how are we going to chop it? So I'll show you. Just try to chop as thin as possible. Okay, I would say just try to chop paper thin, because it will take a very less time to cook. All right, it will take a very less time to cook, and it will literally melt in the curry, and it will definitely give you a richer flavor, a richer taste, and it will save your time also. So you can see that it's quite literally very thin, paper thin slices, I would say. Now chop it like this. Alright. Now it's not necessary that all the chops or all the chunks have to be in equal size or shape. So it's not necessary like that, but just you make sure that you need to chop it very finely. As fine as you can, alright? So just give me a second. Okay, the one more I'll show you. Here is the trick, is that what I'm going to do is, see, oh, I dropped it. The trick is, see, this will be the nails, my nails will be my index. I hope you can understand. And this is my knife, let's say Indian traditional churi. And with the nail guidance, I'm going to cut this. If I keep my fingers like this on onion, it will cut my nails. If I just fold it more inside, it's possibly I can cut my skin. So I need to make sure that my fingers are perfectly 90 degrees on onion, or maybe 87 or 85 degrees, a little bit inside. Okay, so this will be my guiding point, my margin. So I'll just flip it once again. Okay, right, so this is all done, and we are going to chop it very fine as possible to us. Okay, don't worry if it becomes uneven like this one. Okay, don't worry about that. After all, it's going to melt, but it will melt very quickly than the other pieces that you might be, the way you might chop in your houses, a big chunk. So it's not going to take a long time in order to melt these pieces, these chunks. If you want to see, I'll show you one more time with this piece, okay, then I will forward the video, right? Once again, my guiding fingers, I hope you can see that. This. You need to have a confidence in you, okay? You need to make sure that what you are doing is, you have to have a faith in you that I will not chop off my fingers, or I will not create a mess or something. So a confidence part also comes there. You need to be very confident about what you are doing. If the confidence is there, if you are sure about that you can do it, yes, you can do it. If you remain question, or if you remain uncertain before starting the process, definitely you are going to create some mess, or you are going to chop off your fingers. So don't worry, it's not that difficult. Okay, I've been doing it for many years, so I'm used to it now. But in order to become used to it, it took me some time. But I never cut my fingers, or I never created mess, because I pay attention, lot of attention. Alright, paying attention is very important. So we'll just continue with the video. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to chop the tomatoes as thin as possible. Alright, so again, we are going to use our specialized tool, Indian churi. I'm not going to use this one because it's not sharp enough, and I don't have a file or a tool to sharp it. and I'm not very comfortable doing it. I'm not used to it. So as of now, I'm going to use my preferred tool, churi. You can see this part is quite bad. Don't worry, I can cut it off. So first of all, I'll put the tomato straight up. I'll chop it in half. Okay, it's cut it in half. As I promised, I'm going to take the back patch off. Okay, so it's gone, you can see. Right, now I'm going to, there are two ways, there are two methods that are specially used to chop the tomatoes. One method is put it like this, okay, but before you do that, tomato has a skin on it, okay, this is a particular skin on it, and this skin is not, you cannot cut through very easily. You have to have a very sharp knife. You have to have that. If your knife or if your churi is not sharp enough, you cannot cut through it, and you will, just smash it, crush it off, and you will create a complete mess. So that's the reason you need to have your knife or churi very sharp. What I do usually is using two methods. I'm going to show you the first one. What I do is I hold it like this, okay, and I make some slices like this, okay, approximately 5 millimeter wide. Okay, now this portion I leave it aside. Now here you can see how thin the slices are. I hope you can see that, right? Okay, so now I keep it like this, all right, and I start making slices once again. 5 millimeters of thickness approximately. See, my churi is very sharp enough to cut through the skin. Then I turn it and start chopping like this. Okay. Tomato pulp is very soft and it can literally create a mess if your churi or your knife is not sharp enough, and you won't be able to cut through the skin if the knife is not sharp enough. So it's very important. Alright, so here you can see how finely chopped the tomato is. Okay, now few of you might say that, yeah, that's it, you think you are a hero, or have you done a great job or something? I can chop finer than that, or I can literally make a powder kind of thing. Well, it's all your specialty, you're the master of it, I appreciate that. Okay, but this method is fair enough for me. I can do it very easily. I don't want to become a master chef or something like that. Whatever that I'm comfortable with, I'm doing it. Okay, now this remaining part I'm going to once again, alright, turn it. Got it. See, without creating any mess. So this is how you can cut your tomatoes using one method. Now I'm going to show you the another method that I follow, but let's see what happens in that method. So this was the half part of our tomato. I'll again cut it in half, so now this part become quarter. Okay, now I will put it like this. Okay, and if you notice that I'm starting to cut on this edge here, where the pulp and the skin meets, exactly on the edge, like we have edge of our churi. Ouch, no. So skin and the pulp exactly on the edge. All right, so I'm not putting my churi on the skin, I'm not putting my churi exactly on the pulp, but on the edge on the pulp, so it's giving me the final cut. Okay, this way I can cut my tomato as thin as I want. Okay, maybe less than 5 millimeter, a millimeter or 2 millimeter thick slices. Okay, so as of now I'm cutting in between 1 to 2 millimeters. Okay, once I'm done with this, all right, I just take some half part, okay, and put it like this, like sandwiches. Well, many of you would say that, well, Vishwan, your previous method was much better, because over here I am getting uneven chunks, uneven cuts. So it's all up to you. It's all upon my mood, how I want the slices to be cut. Even I can do this thing. Okay, yeah, this one is working too. Okay, I hope you can see how the chops look like. And once again with this, using the same method. Okay, it's all done. Okay, now let's see if I can do this way. Yeah, it's working, but it's quite you know, you'll have to hold it very softly. All right, so I think that this method was much better, but it's all up to you. If you get master, if you see that it's this method is easier for you, you can follow this. You can try it again and again, and you can become a master of this method. If you think that this method is very much easy for you, and if you're comfortable with this, you can go with this method as well. So sometimes I follow this one, sometimes I follow this one. It's all up to me. It's all up to my mind. I'm just trying to find different ways. I just want to make my job easier, right? Cutting tomatoes or chopping onions, chopping tomatoes. So I keep trying, finding different methods using which I can make my job easy. So these are the two methods using which you can cut the tomato. The rest of there is one more tomato that I'll need for this curry. I'll quickly cut it and I'll show you the rest process. Okay, so these are the ingredients. 2 large tomatoes that we have chopped. Let's say 1.5 onions that we have chopped, finely chopped. Ginger garlic paste, as you can see. 6 to 7 garlic cloves, and 2.5 inches or 3 inches of ginger, finely pasted. 1 green chili, cut in half vertically. Okay, 1 tablespoon of salt. All right, chicken slightly more than 500 grams, because today I'm expecting someone else, one more person to be here for the lunch, so more than that. Otherwise 500 grams is more than enough for 2 people. This is Kasuri methi. I hope you can see Kasuri methi. So these are all the ingredients that we require. This is about 3 tablespoons of Kashmiri red mirch powder. This is about half tablespoon of Garam masala. This is about salt to taste. I have taken somewhere around half to 1 tablespoon of salt, a little bit less than 1 tablespoon. This is half to quarter to half tablespoon of turmeric, haldi powder. This is freshly ground coriander. If I can zoom it, I'll show you. Okay, so this is freshly ground coriander powder. Oh, come on, zoom. Okay, got it. Right, and this is all about let's say half tablespoon And this is fenugreek leaves, dried fenugreek leaves. All right, this is about half tablespoon. So these are all the spices that we require, easily available anywhere. And these are the only spices that we are going to use, nothing else, no curd, no nothing, right? Here, so these are all the ingredients, and we are set to go for the next part, that is frying onion. Alright, so there are three types of burners on a domestic stove in India, at least. I don't know about the rest of the countries, the other world. So this one is the biggest one over here, this one is the smallest one, and this one is the medium size. So I'm going to use the biggest one for the purpose of frying. Okay, also I'm going to show you how much is actually the medium, high and low heat, because it's not possible for me to show you that while I'm cooking, because I'm gonna be setting the camera on my tripod. So I'll show it right now, so whenever I say medium or high, you can understand what exactly I'm talking about and how much heat you should be setting it on. So here we can see at the moment my gas stove is set on completely low. So this is how much the low heat is. If I just, okay, if I do it like, okay, this is my medium high heat, this is full high heat, okay, this is slow, this is low, this is medium, this is low, complete full low, this is medium, and this is full high. Okay, so sometimes I'll be setting it on high, sometimes I'll be setting it on medium, this medium, and sometimes I'll be setting it on low. Alright, so as I said before, the gas is on full low. I have some oil in my pan. It's not that much, approximately 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil, not more than that. Okay, now I'm going to start to fry my onions. Okay, I have turned the flames to 4, we can see. So we are frying our onions. The flame is on full. I'm going to set it on low now. I'll add some more oil to it. As you can see, a little bit more oil. I will keep adding the oil as per our needs. We are not going to, flood it with oil or very less oil or something like that. As much as we need, we will keep adding it. So I'll keep it here. Hopefully, so onions are frying now. That is on the full flame, as you can see. Using this tossing method, it becomes very easy for just flip the complete part of the onion from bottom side to upside down to bottom, everything. Instead of using spatula or any sort of spoon, to do it, it becomes very easy. You can try it at home. Sometimes you can use it just to take everything inside from the sides of the pan that is stick to. Alrighty. Flame is on full again. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Okay, just a pinch of salt to fasten the process of drying of the onion. some riders, we have some riders around us. Keep tossing it, okay? You don't want to burn the onion, right? Because we want to make them brown, a little bit brown, okay, but not to burn them. So it's very important. Just reduce the gas, take some more oil if required, right? Add some more oil, keep it aside, okay? Keep it here, okay? Alright, it's still frying, gas is on the full flame, and I'll now turn it to very low, low as possible, and the medium. Okay, I've set it on medium now. Fry them as much as possible. You need to change the color, you need to turn the color to brown. Okay, they should not remain white or pink or some very pale lavender kind of tone, but we want them to, get it down to brown shade, light brown. Don't rush, okay? Don't hurry, because people, they don't have patience. They start adding the other things to onion while they are frying and they have not cooked well, just to save their time because they are in a hurry. But if you do that, this way you're not going to get the proper taste of your food that you are cooking in. And you will not get proper aromas, the right taste or the right texture to your food that you are cooking. So be patient, it takes time sometimes, right? Let the onion turn in brown color, okay? And then you can proceed further. But you need to have patience. Sometimes things takes time, so be patient, okay? Not to hurry. Okay, medium flame again, right? It's on medium flame now. I've started getting wonderful aromas from the onion while they are frying. Okay, wonderful. Sounds perfect. I'll pause the video so far and I will show you the end product, how it will look like. Okay, as you can see, onion is turned brown, very light brown. That is what I wanted. I'm going to add some chilies into it now. Okay, full flame. Alright, I'm going to add my tomatoes, right? Wow. All tomatoes are added. Gas is set on full flame, as you can see. Right, we are going to add some more oil, because we want to fry the tomato down. We want to cook through our tomatoes, but we don't want to burn them, okay? We don't want to burn our onions either, or chilies, or any of the content which is there in the pan. So we want to cook them, but we don't want to burn them. So you need to keep stirring or keep flipping on. Alright, keep flipping your contents in the pan, right? coming out. All the smoke is getting mixed into our masala. I wish if you were here. I'm going to add my ginger garlic paste now. Actually, you were supposed to add it right after frying your onion, but somehow it slipped from my mind. I forgot to add it. So first comes frying your onion, then comes ginger garlic paste, and then comes onion. But today I have made a mistake. I apologize for that. I'm going to add it right now. Don't worry, it will cook, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to add it right now. Again, full the flame, as you can see. Now be very careful because I have a small pan and the content is fully loaded, so it may or may not flip. Just add some oil, a very little bit of oil, as you can see, on top of it. Okay, and keep frying. I'm going to again full my gas. Alright, it's frying. Okay, let it cook thoroughly, let it fry thoroughly. Okay. I'm going to add some salt now. See, this is the total amount of salt that I'm going to use for this recipe. I'm going to use maybe, let's say, half of the salt. Right. Let it cook thoroughly. Once it is done, I'll show you, or meanwhile I'll pause the video for you. Bro. Alright, now our masala is still cooking, as you can see. Now what I'll do is I'll just add my spices into it. It's almost cooked, so I'll add all my spices. Okay, and it will start drying the process. We want to make the curry dry. Okay, so this will take some time, but we want to make sure that it's completely dry. Again, I hope you are enjoying this video. This is, I would say, a very unique kind of a video, or you might have seen ever on the cooking channels. Okay, so let it fry. Right, so you can see that it started getting thickening. It has become very thick now. The smoke is coming out, and even if you notice that there is some oil started coming out from the masala. So that means the masala is about to be cooked. It's still in the process of cooking, but once we see that the oil is coming out from all the sides of this masala, just understand that the masala is cooked properly. We'll cook it for some more time on high heat. Okay, so our masala is cooked. I'm going to transfer it to handi now. This thing, right? Just add some oil into it, right? Full the flame, okay, and transfer all the contents to the handi. Okay, we don't need this. I'll just keep it aside somewhere here. Okay. Alright. Everything is transferred to the handi now. I'm going to add my chicken now. Okay, this is approximately more than 500 grams, as I said before. I'm going to add all the pieces to my handi. Okay. Just mix it thoroughly. Alright. Stove is on full flame, as you can see. Okay. Let it mix, let it mix. Okay. Just set it on very small, low flame. Let it cook, let it mix. Alright. Delicious. Okay, I'm going to do is I'm going to okay, you can see how the gorgeous color is, right? It's going to be very amazing. It has become very smoky now. Alright, I'm going to leave it for 5 minutes. Okay, let it cook on its own moisture, own steam that will be coming out from the chicken. Let it cook for 5 minutes this way. Then I'm going to add the water, and I will show you what happens next. Right, you can see that gas is set on low flame, and you can see that our curry is cooked. What I did is I've added 2.5 to 3 cups of water. I'll show you the cup. This is a standard size tea cup that is used in homes. It's not as big as your cafe coffee day or barista, the cups that you get. A huge, large amount of cup. It's not that big. It's a standard size cup, not too small, not too huge. It's a typical standard size cup. I have added 2.5 cups of water into it. Then I put the lid on. I fill the gas, okay, on high flame. I let it cook for 10 minutes on high flame. Then I took the lid off. I tried to evaporate some water, and now what I'm left with this beautiful curry. Even you can see that the oil is coming up on it. I've already chopped my coriander, a little bit of coriander, just to garnish it. Alright, So okay, so garnishing with coriander, and yeah, we are done with our curry. So this is the simplest form of chicken curry that anyone can make at your home. If you are coming from the office, no one is there at home, just bring a chicken with you. Rest of the masalas are always there in your home. There is nothing special except Kasuri, methi or Dhaniya powder. It may or may not be there in your house. So this is the simplest form of chicken anyone can make. You can make it on Sundays, just if you want to make something adventurous. I would say, if you like cooking, you want to make something different. For the first time, if you are starting it, just start early in the morning, because it's going to take at least 2.5 hours to you to prepare the dish. As soon as you start getting expert, it can be cooked within half an hour, not more than that. So this is the full simplest form of chicken recipe. It's going to be very delicious, and hope everyone would love, everyone would enjoy it. If you are going to cook it, you will enjoy it, and you will get the appreciation once it is done, once you serve it on plate. So you can comment me in the comment box if I have made anything wrong, or if you have any suggestions to make it more tastier, or you can share your secret recipes, your formulas with me. I will go through that. I'll try to make videos on it. So thank you very much for watching. You have a nice day. Bye bye.